What's going on? So I'm hopping on to answer this question. I'm asked this question often in conversations with Kerry. What are some of the tips that you would have told yourself if you were trying to be professional? And I really thought long and hard about this, and I was like, let me come up with something really catchy because I don't want to like get on my soapbox and feel like I'm preaching the whole time. So I came up with these 3 R's, right? Reliable, relatable, and reasonable, okay? Reliable, you want to be the person that's trustworthy, okay? We talk about this in Kerry's camp often, and we talk about this even just random conversations sometimes with us, just, me and my musician homies just kind of like, just chopping it up. You want to be reliable. We talk about a lot of times passing these gigs to like different people who we find out they aren't reliable. You want to be reliable. That means learning the music. We know that you got to have the chops, but showing up on time, showing up in the right uniform, not being late. These things are important. So being reliable is definitely one aspect to being a professional that I would tell you. Relatable, being able just to relate to people. Sometimes you just got to be able to be able to have that friendly kind of banter with another person. Most of the times you get gigs just from, even I've talking to a lot of my musician friends, from just hanging out, being relatable, being cool, just being able to kind of be in the same space, because most people want to know, most artists, most bands want to know, like, can we hang out with you? Because we're only going to be on stage for a long period of time, but can we travel together? Can we eat together? Can we do these things different? So you want to be relatable, okay? And then we want to be reasonable, okay? Having sound judgment. That's the biggest thing. Like, a lot of times you're going to be put in situations where you have to really use sound judgment. People going to want to come backstage. People don't want to come to the green room, not being, accessible to this and that, and getting caught up in all different types of situations. You have to be reasonable using sound judgment. Now, I want you to chew on these things. These are just some of the principles. I didn't want to get into a whole bunch of stuff, but I just want to give you some stuff that you can chew on to think about. Being reliable, being relatable, and being reasonable. These tips, along with everything else that you got to do, but these are the tips that a lot of times we don't talk on, we don't focus on. We focus in on, can you blaze on your instrument? You got to look the part. Up here and in here, you got to make sure those things are together, so that way, like, when it's time for you to step into those different arenas or those different opportunities, you can flourish and you can survive in these particular aspects of the craft. This is what it's about. This is the other aspect that most times we don't touch on. So this question comes up often in conversations with Kerry. So I just wanted to just share this because I thought it could be very valuable to anybody. It doesn't matter if you play guitar, drums, sing, or whatever the case may be. If you apply these principles, it's definitely going to make a difference in the calls that you get to play the kind of gigs that you want to play. To get more help with your guitar journeys, watch these videos.